Alright, so this is going to be the end of the lesson 9.4. So these are, this is going to be part 3, okay, of lesson 9.4. So we're still going to be talking about the quadratic equation, the quadratic formula. So this is the quadratic formula. X equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now sometimes there's a little shortcut you can take if you use what's called the discriminant. Okay, so this part right here that's underneath the radical, that's called the discriminant. The discriminant. And sometimes you're going to be asked to use just the discriminant and decide if the equation has one solution, no solutions, or two solutions, okay? So, there's 3 cases. So you're going to look at the discriminant and just the discriminant, and you're going to decide, does it have 2 solutions, one solution, or no solutions? And if you look at the discriminant first, you can sometimes, save yourself a little bit of time, especially if it has no solutions. So, if b squared, and that's the discriminant, so if the b squared minus the 4ac, if b squared minus 4ac ends up equaling something greater than 0, then you're going to have 2 solutions. So that means it's going to be a parabola that will have 2 x-intercepts. Parabola having 2 x-intercepts. Okay? If the discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac, actually equals 0, then you're going to have one solution, which tells you that the parabola's vertex is on the x-axis. So it'll be turning right on the x-axis. And in the last case, if b squared minus 4ac, if the discriminant is less than 0, which basically means it'll be negative. If it's less than 0, which gives you a negative value underneath the radical, you won't be able to take the square root. So that will mean it has no solutions. So this parabola will not cross the x-axis. Parabola does not cross the x-axis. Alright, let's just try a couple examples on the back, maybe 3. Okay, so if you have x squared, so these are examples, x squared plus 8x minus 3, and you're just being asked to decide, does this have 2 solutions, one solution, or no solutions. You can just use the discriminant. So the discriminant is just the b squared minus 4ac part. So b squared in this problem, b squared, 8 times 8, 64, minus 4 times a in this problem would be 1, right? And c is negative 3. So that's 64 plus 12. That's 70, what is that, 76? Right, 76, that's greater than 0. Greater than 0 means you will be able to find the square root. You'll have a plus and a minus square root. So if you did graph this parabola, it would have 2 solutions. Okay, because this ended up being greater than 0. Alright, number 2. Let's say you have 2x squared minus 6x plus 7. All right, let's use the discriminant, b squared minus 4ac, to decide does this have one solution, two solutions, or none. All right, b squared, negative 6 times negative 6 is 36, minus 4 times a in this problem is 2 and c is 7, right? A and c. Now that's all we're doing in these problems. We're not really figuring out the solutions. We're just trying to decide how many solutions there are. So this will give me 36 minus, let's see, 4 times 2 times 7, 8 times 56. That's negative 20. So negative 20 will be under the radical. You can't take a square root of negative 20. So this would have no solutions. Okay, because the discriminant ended up being less than 0. Less than 0. So greater than 0, two solutions. Less than 0, no solutions. And then if the discriminant actually equaled 0, that would give you one solution. All right, good luck.